Hi, I'm Garrett, and this is Snowball back here, and I'm answering the question for discussion 3 in Management 311. I think that the increased use of technology has drastically changed life for me personally and in work. I would say, as someone that when I was working, I was working as a carpenter and I was making custom cabinets at a little small business back in my hometown of Kennewick, Washington. I worked way less than I should have. With the technology, I was checking my phone way too much, and I was slacking way more than I should have with technology. Now, that's not to say like I was like handling heavy machinery and checking my phone. That would be like in downtime, I would check my phone, or I'd step away and check my phone while I was supposed to be spraying cabinets. But that was a big problem, and it really lowered the productivity of what I had been doing. And I think even then, checking my phone, I do that a lot in personal life, and I don't think that's necessarily healthy how much I actually check my phone. Like I'll look down and I'll check my phone even if I'm having a good conversation with someone, and I don't think that's good by any means, and just having this urge to check my phone is strange and yeah, I really do not think it's healthy overall. With personal life, however, my family lives out of country. They live in London, England. So it's made this whole quarantine situation manageable. I haven't seen my family in a year and a half, but I've been able to call them and like I guess see their faces. But if I was stranded alone here without family for that long, I would be doing much worse than I am now. Um, I mean, with technology alone, I'm able to do classes online and have done mostly online classes for college. And I think that's really, really beneficial. And while the increase of technology makes it possible to be more productive overall, I think that the possibility of it being more productive doesn't make it more productive, especially with what I mentioned earlier, checking your phones and such. Um, it makes it a little harder to communicate with people as well. I find that a lot of people I try and talk to will check their phone mid-conversation, and it sucks a little bit. And that's not always necessarily their fault. I think it also really comes to the culture of the US, just not the culture of the US, work culture being that you have to have your phone on to check and see if there's any emergencies with work and such. It's pretty important, and I think it makes communication a little more difficult, but it also makes it to prolong communication or like have more communication with people more possible with being able to message people outside of seeing them in person, call them in person, video chat them in person or FaceTime if you have that, and just be able to interact with people way more than you used to be able to. However, I do think while it's good in the long run, I do feel like it has a few more flaws than are mentioned, really. So, to answer the question specifically, I do think it's good for the workplaces, but I do think that there are some problems with technology that need to be addressed in the workplace to have a healthy workplace. And on a separate note, to my thoughts on responding to this week's question in a video is that I generally like it actually. It makes it easier to convey my thoughts. I find I struggle a lot with wording and actually using correct grammar with writing, so I feel like it doesn't always come across as genuine, and I feel like it makes it feel more like a discussion than doing it only on writing. As most discussion posts, I feel like when they're done in writing specifically are they just don't feel like discussions. They feel like little short answers on Canvas. Thank you.